Hi, it's Rob from the Bobster, and I have finished Booker Longlist 2020. This is the last book, and it's all done. Also, it's the last volume of the trilogy. I decided to devote myself to reading it throughout the summer, and I did it. I feel like I've run a marathon, honestly. I tried to start Wolf Hall 3 times, and I managed. Then Bring Up the Bodies was amazing. And here we go. The Mirror and the Light. What can I say? I've been invested now in this trilogy for a few months. It's over. It's not I feel relieved, because actually I began to love Hilary Mantel's writing. I used to like the way she portrayed Cromwell, the complexity of this guy that started out from nothing, and then he became Lord Privy Seal. How his attitude changed, how he was devoted to the cardinal, and as time came by, he would only obey the king, to the point of using his power to manipulate and, well, do corrupt things. Or, let's say, put laws to suit his favor, save some people, punish the rest. And yet, he was plagued by the past. His youth in Italy and France, and the ghosts of the people that he killed haunt him. That happens a lot in here. The book starts off with Anne Boleyn's killing, and then we go into Henry's sort of marriage into Jane Seymour and the birth of his heir, the heir that he finally wanted, but the death of Jane Seymour. At the same time, Henry's niece is marrying people behind the king's back. We're seeing people. And then there's the question of his daughter being the rightful heir to the throne, which did happen much later on. And and Thomas Cromwell is in charge of fixing all these mistakes. He keeps on doing it and doing it. But then power overtakes him. And yes. So what does it teach you? Well, this final book teaches you that, well, no matter how close you are to someone who's higher up, they'll screw you in the end. Definitely. Now, actually, King Henry VIII did feel guilty for killing Thomas Cromwell, and so he compensated with his son, but the action is done. What else? Well, I love the comparisons that Hilary Mantel made with the Britain of 1536 to 40 to the Britain of 2012. Here, Britain has a pandemic. There's a plague going on. The ruler is in ill health, and he's indecisive, infantile, and inconsistent. Now, if that sounds like a popular politician from across the seas, you know who he's referring to. It's a clever book. Now, are there flaws? Yes. It is a bit flabby. I think there's a bit too much. The first half of the book, until page 400, focuses on 1536 only. You didn't need that much detail. I think a little bit of editing would help, just a little bit. But then what compensates, obviously, is Mantel's writing, which is flawless. These are sentences that will give you goose flesh. You will love them. You will read them over and over. I did. I could not help it. Just her turn of phrase, her subtle humor. This just wowed me. At times I did say, though, do we really need this bit? And there's a part where Thomas Cromwell's illegitimate daughter crops up, and we're not sure that actually happened. It's just speculation. I saw that a bit of a waste of time. I didn't need to show that he was a kind father, because it was already shown in the first 2 books. But these are, in a way, minor complaints. I don't mind. And let me tell you this, the last chapter will break your heart. It's amazing. So yeah, that's it. Booker, oh, my bookmark fell out. Booker 2020, over. Now let's see if we'll be able to do it again next year. And I'll put all the videos in a playlist. Next up, yeah, and I can say, should I say this? I've got one planned, and I think production values could be a little bit better, but I'm not going to take that as a promise. But definitely the next book I'm going to do is an in-depth review. It's got a Halloween theme, that's all I'm going to say. Okay, so thanks for watching all these videos on my Booker journey. Thanks, and see you next time.